What if everything you know, the chair you're sitting on, the stars in the sky, the very laws of physics themselves, is not the base layer of reality? What if it's all just an interface, a rendering of something far more fundamental? For decades, scientists have struggled to unite the weird world of quantum physics with the large-scale rules of general relativity. But what if the key to this theory of everything isn't a new particle, but a new understanding of consciousness itself? This is the radical proposal of physicist Tom Campbell. His theory of everything, or my big toe, flips modern science on its head. It's a model where consciousness is not a product of the brain, but where consciousness is fundamental, and the physical world is derived from it. Campbell's first pillar is that consciousness is primary. Why? Because we can use consciousness through intention, prayer, or the placebo effect to influence the physical world. But you can't use a rock to fundamentally change consciousness. The arrow of causality points from mind to matter. This isn't just mysticism. It's a conclusion echoed by the founding fathers of quantum physics, who were baffled by how the observer seemed to shape reality itself. So, what is consciousness? Campbell models it as an information processing system. It takes input from our senses, processes it, compares it to memory, and produces output, our decisions and actions. And like any good system, it evolves. It evolves by creating more and more complex information, which, in physics terms, means it lowers its entropy. It becomes more ordered, more complex, and more capable. Now, here's the big question. Why? Campbell proposes that this larger consciousness system, let's call it the source, evolved to a point where it needed more room to grow. So it did something incredible. It created individuated units of consciousness. That's you and me, and gave them free will. It created a society of consciousnesses to explore new possibilities through interaction, collaboration, and even conflict. And this is where we come in. Our physical reality, according to Campbell, is not the base reality. It's a virtual reality, a highly detailed and consistent simulation, and its purpose is to act as an entropy reduction trainer. We are here to make choices. Every time we choose fear, selfishness, and separation, we create disorder and chaos. We increase entropy. But every time we choose love, cooperation, and connection, we create order and meaning. We lower our entropy. This is our spiritual evolution, framed in the language of physics. The most staggering claim? Campbell says this model doesn't just explain spirituality, it solves the biggest paradoxes in physics. Why is quantum reality probabilistic? Because our reality is computed by making random draws from a database of all possible outcomes. Why is the speed of light constant and absolute? Because it's a fundamental rule set in the code of our simulation. The weirdness of physics starts to make perfect sense when you see it as the output of a conscious, digital-like reality. So, the next time you look up at the night sky, consider this. You might not be a physical organism looking out at a physical universe. You might be a fundamental unit of consciousness, looking at the interface of a magnificent training simulation. A universe designed for one ultimate purpose: for you to learn, to grow, and to choose love over fear. What do you think? Is reality a spiritual simulation? Let us know in the comments below. And if this expanded your mind, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the bell for more journeys into the hidden dimension.